First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that do rule well at Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to all the Akim out there pushing his gospel and sincerity and truth. Say shalom to the humble and sincere sister out there as well. To the brother Kalam,
Brother Quara,
coming to push the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the true doctrine. And this will be a part 2 to the video. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom. You know, again, it one time. Book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 36.
this is Sirach, chapter 6, verse 36. You see, and if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. He said, let thy mind be upon the ordinance of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments, and he shall establish thine heart, and give thee wisdom at thine own desire.
So it says, if thou seest a man of understanding, and who is the man of understanding? The brethren out there on the highways and the byways, beginning with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, come on down. These are the men of understanding. The scripture saying to let thy foot wear the steps of his door. No, it doesn't only mean literal wear the steps of his door, you know. It means going on brother's page, watching out all the videos, making sure you're up to date with the apostles on them videos, with the brethren on them videos, whether it be in your own camp or in the other camps. Continuing, because that way the men the Lord using to bring forth the wisdom. You understand? So them is the men you're going on how to get it from. And these Jake out here don't want to hear that. You understand? They want to hear, let the Lord come to me himself. You understand? The Lord had to come off his throne and come and talk to me. You understand? As if he was anybody. The Lord don't do so. You understand? The Lord the send out men. Right? A king have underlings, you understand? A king have servants.
That's why Jake, the scripture say, why earth and ash is so proud.
Can.
You want to hear from the Most High himself. You ain't want to hear from the prophets, which are the eyes of the Most High. Which are the voice of your Ba'ashem Yahushai. So when the prophets speak to you, that is the Heavenly Father speaking to you.
And they don't understand. When a man out there breaking down scriptures and telling you to repent, it's not he, because when he came into this truth, he didn't come in on his own. The Lord choose he and say, well, here what? Because with that choose, it say for those he did foreknow, he also did predestinate. With that choose, the Lord and already say, well, I go how he preaching here on this street, that way he go base. I go how he doing these type of videos. I go how he around these certain brethren. And then formulate your whole walk to who you would be around, who you would be around most, who you would, everything would done formulate for you. So these men ain't speaking off of their own strength. As the same thing with Yahushua, say whatever your father tell him, he do. It's when you, as the scripture say, when you're sleeping, you're getting your program for the next day, you understand? So when you're going out and doing the works, you might feel you know what to talk about. But the program done inside, the files and them done get uploaded, and when you go out there, it will come out. So it's up these men not talking of what them say, them talking about what the Lord tell them to say. The study said, may say, let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. Continue to seek after the Lord.
And verse 36, we saying, let thy foot wear the steps of his door, as he was saying, he always be on the apostles and page, he taking heed, he gaining knowledge, because they got 100% truth. These are the men, Ba'ashem Yahushai, he put in place, to spread his word, to feed his lambs. Take a precept from Proverbs 13, verse 20.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 20, it says, he that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
Yeah, so if you walk with wise men, the apostles of the elders of Great Millstone, they are wise men,
Can.
right? So by you taking heed, you know, until, you know, the word of Yahweh Shem Yeshai was, you know, spoken to them, you know, hey, you're gonna be a wise man. You're gonna learn a lot from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, because they got 100% truth,
And
right?
that's why too, it's better to listen and learn, because a lot of men will come in the truth and learn a couple things and think, hey, I greater than everybody who ever come before me now.
You know,
Like it have camps to carry that learn under the apostles and them, and now trying to exalt yourself over them. How you exalt yourself over your own teacher? You understand? That the men that teach you everything you know. You understand?
Yeah.
And then well, they start to go off however the case is. But that the man that set the foundation fall, yeah? And all they coming against them. That's why I show is about humility. You understand? You are to realize that these men they must chosen by the Lord, you know, because it through the four corners. It starts with them. It starts with their teachers, and their teachers teach them. And out of that whole school, only men that managed to retain the 100% truth was the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. What's the other camps on them? The imperfect. They all going off on different breakdowns. Who saying the mark of the beast is Christianity? Who saying all nations could be saved, the Lord love everybody? Who saying that the Arabs is the so-called the Edomites? You understand? Who saying that it have a literal hell? You understand? All kind of thing, the madness is be spewing. It's only the apostles and them are the 100% truth.
Still got camps around, you know, he teaching, you know, Mary had sex with the angel.
Can.
You know, that man going off on that.
And you know, I was watching a video a while back, and a brother, he was getting corrected because when he went to bang with the apostles and them, for example, if I get a chance to bang with them, me I say nothing. You understand? My mouth gonna be closed, silent. I just gonna be sign up listening, because I want to retain as much as I possibly can from them, because them in the truth for decades. They know more than me, they know more than us. You understand? Them as the men the Lord choose to watch over his flock. And like the brother was only trying to exalt himself over them. You know, if they're talking, he wanna talk, and like he wanna be the center of that attention and show what he know. You know, and he get rebuked, because it's a good thing to be around them men, you know, because them, as I say, them men break down the scriptures for we. We don't want to learn to say we going in the scriptures to get the breakdowns. They done broke it down for us, you know, by the power of Hashem Yahushai. And it's just us entering into that labor, you know. So as the scriptures the two precepts we read, you know, he that walketh with wise men shall be wise, and get the times, you know, unto wise men. That is where you acquire this wisdom from the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and come down the line. Even from, you know, your fellow brethren at in your camp. Wisdom is within these men as well. So around any brother you could acquire something, you could learn something from any sincere brother. You understand? Anything? Alright, Matthew.
So as I was talking about, you know, concerning, you know, the other camps, you know, they going off, you know, with the true doctrine, you know, because a lot of them going off, you know, they don't speak, you know, according to, you know, the word of Yahweh Shem Yeshai, you know, as you can see Yeah, one quick precept from Proverbs 16:2.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 2. Say, all the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes.
Yeah, so all the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, because they think they got the truth. They think she had sex with with the angels. That the mark of the beast is Christianity. They believe that, but in their own eyes, because that is not according to scriptures, right? Go ahead.
But the Lord weighed the spirits.
Yeah, but the Lord weighed the spirits. Right? The spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profit nothing. Right? Lean not unto your own understanding. Right? If you're going back into the word, on that word mark, right? Karagma. To stick, to insert, to prick. How that is Christianity when they're going to insert something in you? Right? They don't look up the meaning of words, and we learn that through the apostles, the elders of great millstone, to go into the root word, to go into the word, the etymology of the word. And this what a lot of these camps don't do. They don't go into the word.
And they show you how the apostles and the elders and them is like the creating leaders, not followers. It's like, because watch how we just do it. Them set our ordinance then. Make a video a day, 3 videos a week. Go and do the works every week. Because it's not just about you sitting down and, like how they do it in our UIC. You just pull up and you sit down and listen to King, his name is Nate. You understand? Listen to the almighty Nate. You understand? Because that's how he's portray himself, When I watch the little short movies he's been making and thing, he's portray himself like, hey, he done saving. Them, they say all this dress and them is Israel thing, and we is the bums, you understand? Them is the very nice clothes, and that's how they portray themselves. Just like the wicked scribes and Pharisees and them at the past. And the same way how he was praying in front of all the congregation, say, he pray for Elder Taha, and he pray for Ariam, Laban, Gaban, or Khan. He don't mean that. If he didn't mean it, he'd have say it in the closet. He'd have say it in secret. So that the Lord could have reward him openly, but no, he want everybody to see.
Yeah, you will boast, boast about it,
Understand? But we in GMS now is like you're training to be a leader, because know the same way the apostles and the elders just bring out videos, I had to make my videos. The same way them just do the works, I had to do the works. You understand? The same way them just teach, I had to teach. Right? You becoming a leader. You understand? But these other camps now, there's where to be more like a follower. To where because they say that, they say how we men in GMS just bring out 1,000 video a week and thing now, but we camp and thing. And they use that like as a slur. But that righteousness, preach your word. You understand? Be instant in season out of season. But these other camps on them now, them don't do it like that now, but
Jig, they ain't setting up for them to be in that kingly mindset now, but
it's like we cause I say we been crafted to be kings. And that is scriptures, it start, the apostle to hand them, but that the Lord working through them to set them things for us to do. You understand? Because if you in the kingdom of heaven, all of you will be kings. And as a king, you're going to have to learn how to rule. You're going to have to learn how to rule, how to judge and discern. You're going to be a king, you understand, over a kingdom. So you're going to have to know what to do. So like right now, we could break down this. Are you sure you walk up to an average person at UIC? Am I breaking down nothing? Them are breaking down nothing. Them I really know nothing. Because the Lord are really dealing with them. They woke up to our brother in GMS. We know the breakdowns, you understand? We know how to rightly divide the word. Because you have to constantly occupy yourself in the truth. Constantly abound in the Most High. The same way, get the B times, you understand? Constantly to seek after the ordinances of the Lord. Get the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 1.
This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 1. He said, Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and prince shall rule in judgment.
Son, so you see, a king will rule in righteousness, princes will rule in judgment. And as you're saying, the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? These words is life, and this is how we would govern the earth. You understand? So when righteousness can rule in the earth, people would know not to eat swine. People would know not to eat an octopus, you understand? And crab.
They will know not to go after strange flesh.
They would know not to commit adultery. They would know not to commit idolatry. They would know not to steal. They know not to murder. You understand? They would learn all these things. They would know how to dress. You understand? How to live. And how to make. And by them doing that, the earth that they're living on would flourish. You understand? Because he saw us put chemical in every single thing we eat, whether it be vegetables or meat or grain. They would know not to do that. They would know not to crossbreed animals, and by doing that make them infertile. Because the scripture says he tell them to be fruitful and multiply. But he saw crossbreeding animals, and the offspring of that, there's always be infertile. It's like a liger, a lion and a tiger. A liger cannot mate with another liger and bring forth anything. You understand? Because they're infertile. You know? You would know how to rule. You would know how to cast exact judgment. You understand? And it all being set up by our Bashim Yahushai, because we gonna be chosen to be kings and priests. You understand? Lord willing, we be part of the elect. You know, and that's your part thing too. You understand? That's why they endure now. It's training, you understand?
They rehearsing.
Can't.
You know, they are rehearsal. Yeah. Right now we in the rehearsal stage. Right, because by rehearsing, you just get good at it. You know, to become perfect. You know, so rehearsing. Because your Basham Yeshai coming to make you perfect. That is the man who come in to sprinkle clean water, and that is the man who gonna cause you to keep the commandments. You know, but it have a, you ain't gonna receive that just so. It have a task, and the task is these scriptures, having faith in your Basham Yoshai and doing the thing pleasing unto your Maker. Right? I just watch it. I asked my earthly father, a question what it was, to show you the mercy of Yahweh Basham Yoshai. Because I asked him, my father, he had 9 children. And I asked him if it had some wicked niggas, who you know already. And you had to give your only begotten daughter, because that is my father's firstborn, my big sister. And you had to give your only begotten daughter to save these men. You going and do that? He tell me plain, no, you're mad. I not going and give my child, for them men and them day, you're mad, them at dead. That is what my father told me. So I say, what you love your Basham Yoshai did for niggas. That you gave your only begotten for these men to show you the mercy of your Basham Yoshai. And guess what they do? They turn the back on your Basham Yoshai. They continue to do evil. And they crucify the Lord all over again.
It's not just the elect he died for, He died for all Israel. All will be saved. So the same nigga you hate right now, you understand? Who completely bugged out of his mind, fighting you down to have you believe that Mary is the queen in the kingdom of heaven. That same Jake is going to be in an immortal body in the kingdom, you understand? With a crown on his head, ruling over people, you understand? That it have thy mercy. That no works, because you watching him. He ain't bringing forth no works, yet he still will have a crown on his head. That is known as mercy, love. That the Lord gave you only begotten Son for these kind of men, you understand? What you mean? What you mean? I wish I die for. We are all included. All are we wicked, you understand? They the people the Lord died for. Who him come close to be worthy or deserve anything, you understand?
Scripture says, stretch out your hand unto rebellious people.
Come.
Lying children, disobedient. They will stretch out your hand too. And that is mercy, that is love, boy.
Come.
You ain't going to respect a man like that, boy. To fear a man like that, boy. After all that, a man show you mercy and you have no gratitude, boy. You have no gratitude for what the man do, boy. They say, boy, we, as I say, we can't repay what the Lord had done for we, We can't even repay he for the things he done unto we. And yet people have no gratitude. People have no remorse. They say, yeah, boy, what should this man do? This man saved my life.
Yeah, what did they say, boy? What did the Lord ever do for me? Is I doing my thing and I going out and working and doing my thing and what did the Lord ever do for me? Jake, boy. Israel, I know these same, as I say, these same men going on crowns on their head, ruling over nations, you understand? Ruling over people in an immortal body. The same immortal body, that I wish I have them gonna be in their body because they gonna come through the loins of the elect. Them same niggas, you understand? Gonna be kings in the kingdom of heaven. That as I say, that is nothing but mercy. You understand? Not of works as any man should boast. It's pure mercy and love, true love, that them will be there. They maybe can't see what the Lord do for them, you understand? Even if they don't realize it. But they see what he really about to do for them. Because even though they're going to get put to death, because everybody had to pay for what they do, none shall go unpunished. They still going to receive all the glory and immortality, They still going to receive all the promises. Okay, it say that whom are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenants, the service of God and everything. So. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 11.
Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 11. He said, for whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain, their labor unfruitful, and their works unprofitable.
Come. You take your whole life to be successful in the world, but that is unfruitful labor, unprofitable works. Why? Because you didn't do it with your Hawaba Shem Yahushai. You didn't do it with wisdom. You understand? You receive and to show how it is, you receive a blessing. You understand? And you know what they're gonna say? Hey boy, thank you Jesus, boy. You understand? Thank you Jesus, Thank you Allah. You understand? Or they'll go to their boss and say, but I could not do it without you, boy. You understand?
Yeah.
Giving the Lord glory unto other people. You understand? That is you despising wisdom. If you had wisdom, you would know that every breath that go into your lungs is because of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You would know that every morning you wake up, they will take that for granted. Every morning you wake up was because of the Lord. You didn't want to wake up in this world. Every grain of rice you eat, every sip of water you drink, you understand? Is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But you all despise wisdom, so you wouldn't know that. You understand? But just know it say your hope is in vain. Because your hope is in what? Esau Edom. Your hope is in the beast. You understand? Your hope is in these governments. That is where your hope lies. But that is void. Zero, you understand? False hope. Because I all Esau Edom could get you false hope. It say their labors unfruitful and their works unprofitable. It are men that would spend their whole life bodybuilding and powerlifting. That is unprofitable works. For the strength that you going to achieve, you still weak. In the whole animal kingdom, you is still nothing. And the strength that you could achieve from lifting weights can be compared to the strength that you could receive by attaining unto wisdom. It's say for bodily exercise profited little. The things of this world profited little. You understand? It's wisdom, to be allied unto wisdom is immortality. And then in the beginning, Genesis, it say he breathed into man the breath of life, and man became a living soul. You understand?
Yeah, and that's why the scripture say, in Isaiah, this is our wisdom in the sight of the nation.
And you can. And then
they will make me different from them. By this what the Lord had given me. Give me the way of life. He give me how to live. And you saw how they say we uncivilized. We as beasts, we as monkeys. And we as monkeys, but what's with this man doing? You having sex with pig, dog, goat, sheep, horse, anything, you dealing with. And you call we beasts, right? Yes?
Deuteronomy 4:5, it say, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So this truth, these laws, statutes, and commandments, this wisdom is what will separate you from the rest of these nations. But you see, Jake does look like they're part of these nations. Why? Because you do have the truth. So you come like you're blending in with them. Because whatever them doing, you doing too, And some other doing it even worse. You understand? Or they're deeper in idolatry than them.
Yeah.
You love Jesus more than the so-called white man. You love Buddha. You understand? You love Brahma, Allah. Jake does ride hard for these false gods, you understand? Real hard. But the one thing that's separating you from them, you're rejecting it. You know anything?
Yeah, no, we was reading back in the Wisdom of Solomon, 3 verse 11.
Wisdom of Solomon 3 verse 11, for whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is in vain, their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable.
Yeah, so I was saying, in a way, you want a thing a career here, and you ain't even pay no mind to your basham, your shy. You studying earthly things, worldly things, but not gonna profit nothing. But that now these things are gonna bring you salvation. What gonna bring you salvation is this truth. The wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yoshai, how to live. For the Lord give guidelines how to live and how to avoid punishment. His second Ezra's. Right? He gave straight commandments to such a scheme, what we should do to live and what we should do to avoid punishment. The Lord set that order. Right? So when you want to go, out of that order, hey, it's death. Coming out of that circle. You stepping on the fire. Coming out of that circle. But what will happen with the Garden of Eden? Hey, the God planted that garden separate. Eastward Eden. Where he had them separate from the other nations. And what they do? They step out onto death. Onto fire. So not to leave the circle. Remain in the circle.
Tell them don't go onto them trees, don't go onto them people. And the day that thou eat of that, thou shalt surely die.
Yeah.
You understand?
Not maybe, Not maybe, but surely die. You can get with the Solomon 4 verse 5.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4 verse 5. The imperfect branches shall be broken off, their fruit unprofitable, not ripe to eat, yea, meat for nothing.
Yeah. Boy, love not this world, boy, and the things in it. If any man love this world and the things in it, he love the Father is not in you. You know, why you want to love something that temporal, right? That's something you can really, enjoy. I know enjoyment of it. But you work your whole life, and yet you can't enjoy your children. You can't enjoy, the house you build. You can't enjoy. How you could enjoy something in your enemy's land when it always has something to oppress you? It's your own land. You have to pay tax. You have to do this. You have to pay for water. You have to pay for lights. You have to do all kind of things.
Till you're dead.
Right? If a curfew break out or any curfew or anything, you can't come out of your own place. Right? But niggas running around the place balling, we free. Hey, these niggas dumb as hell. We ain't free. We in the land and we captive. We in the enemy's land.
If they was free, they should have go in front of the police station and take off their mask. You understand? And say it's freedom.
Yeah.
See, boy. The beach and all too, they should have go in call the police and say I'm in Clifton. You understand? If you're a free man, I could be what I want. And see if they would not come and parlax on you. Y'all are not free. You understand? All in the hands of lawless enemies.
Yeah.
You understand?
The Indians are Esau and the Centurions and them.
So we're talking about free. Jago, it's like all don't understand what free mean. You understand? Or they don't know what free mean. They thinking free is what is the word Lama did use by not freedom. Privilege. Or have a little bit of not even real privilege, you understand? Or have a little thing. To where the privilege all have, like a guy work and work for you, so you understand? Or like if all a car, or like a buy the car thing, or a house, you get a house, all have enough privilege to keep all your working, You could go on the beach, you could go in the zoo, you could, thing, get a little joy, go where they are allowing you to go and, live a quiet, decent life. That is all a privilege. But it ain't free. Because soon as you step out of the bounds of that privilege, that way madness does take place. That way jail does take place. That way death and things does take place. If you was free, you could have go anywhere you want. If you were going the east, you understand, you could go there. If you wherever you were go, you could go there. If it's a curfew, what is a curfew? You could get up and walk outside when you want. You free. You understand? If you were your children to take whatever poison and thing, you should have the ability to do that. But that ain't the case. Whatever they tell you to do, you have to do. If tomorrow they come and say, shut down, unless everybody in Toronto will take the poison. The way you feel gonna happen is either you take it or it's jail, you understand? That because you're not free to choose anything. You're only free enough to choose what they want you to choose. It's like them giving you two options for you to choose. You can't make an option for yourself. That is not freedom. Yeah, I say that man work. Well, you see niggas all over. Boy, this work paid me 40 boy. 50 hour boy, think. I get real money on the shutdown here, boy, think. That is not real money. You understand?
Yeah,
that is dog. That is dog money.
Working for minimum wage.
You understand?
That's the mindset of G today, the content, with that now, boy, being slaves. As scripture say, Israel who born slave, why is he spoiled? The Lord create you all as kings and priests. Right? Why all you want to be slave in this kingdom? Why all you want to turn back to your Basham Yoshai? Right? Why all you want to be, content working for the so-called white man, working for these nations, who is really dogs and nothing and spitting. These are the nations. Right? Jake wanna always be in that slave mentality, boy. They wanna be in that king mindset, to rule over the enemies. Them just wanna continue to work with the enemies, Them comfortable working for, $12 an hour, $6 an hour, $7.50 an hour. Them content with that.
I telling her, on work, the same Jake I debating at. It had this Elamite working with the company his whole life, right? And he's 92. And the boss on them now, he see them when they was little boys. But he was working for their fathers, so in the company real long. But the man come in the back, I see him by doing my work thing. The Jake ball, he say, hey, stop what you're doing there. Everybody stop. He say, you see this man here? All honors unto this man, boy. Elam, man. He say, all honors unto this man, boy. He say, all you know how long this man working? He say, boy, this man outlive his wife, this man outlive his children, this man is the foundation of the company, boy. He say, wherever all they see this man, go pass him straight, This man deserve honor and respect, boy, thing. Boy, I said, what's going on here, boy?
Jake brag, Jake, Jake, he greeted him and thing, Jake, Jake looking to get his name up on the billboard. Employee of the month, best worker. You like the boss, you love the master.
So
and
then,
Jake will be proud of that,
I telling her.
You see a picture on the wall here by employee of the month. And he saw them and he saw on these other nation laughing and said, oh, good nigga. Good house slave.
Telling her, the Elamite leave her out the room. And that Jake, we can't continue to work because he insists on talking about this man. Telling me the man life story, how great the man is, how he with the company, how long, and when we see him on the street, memorize his face. So whenever we see him, honor him, and I say, boy, we're really going on with this Jake here, boy. The man don't leave the room and he's still talking about that Elamite. Love to be a slave, you understand? Love to be a slave, boy. Same way you say with an employee of the month thing. Jake battling for that?
Yeah, I see Jake, eliminating that and having that up in the house, yeah, boy. Best worker, boy. And boasting about that. I get awarded. Hey, I had a an ex girl, who I was with, and she was working for Esau, the Syrians and them, and in a furniture store, where she had plenty sales, over 2 point something million sales, she think, and they was giving out reward, and what she get was a piece of glass which she name print out on it, employee, best employee, so and so, on a piece of glass, and what maybe even worth $10. After you sold over 2 million in merchandise, in things for them, will you get a piece of glass? And she was all excited about that, showing off everybody, and all the workers and everything, everybody wanted to see she piece of glass. You saw laughing at them, yeah. That's for them to continue working. As people say, they clap the hands and the wave them, and niggas, yeah, bye, yeah. Niggas, they like that. She gonna boast about that. I was a favorite in the company. I was a damn slave in the company. A well-groomed nigga.
Even after she win that, and the following year she was to cause them to lose out on sales and things. Did I deal with she face? You feel that study about what went on last year, did I deal with your face? You understand? These companies already Esau don't care about the people, you understand? He care about his business, you understand? So if you could help him build it up, great. He will use you as batteries now, but as a form of energy. But he don't say he's seeking out your best interest. No. They might smile in your face when you make them money, you bring up stocks and income and thing. But as soon as you make them lose out on something or lose out on income or something, you'll see the true self, you understand?
Yeah.
They'll come down on you.
So he's not about that. The so-called white man, he wouldn't, to say, he start a business, for a black man to rise over him. All these institutes and all these businesses, were our enemies them have, right? That is why, is get a minimum wage, that money can't do nothing, So the scripture saying Haggai, he that earneth wages to put in a bag with holes. So come like you living from paycheck to paycheck. So, and that's how the so-called white man, he set up he business. Not for you to prosper to rise over them, They may want to see you on top. So you feel them go thing for you to be, a well businessman that you could be over them. No. They give you that. So you could continue coming, and they're gonna just keep on increasing in riches from your blood and sweat, and you can't prosper. And the break it in these, they break it in us in the school system, because the school system not teaching you to be a businessman, but they're teaching you to be a slave, to get education, right, and you get work. In an oil company. Yeah. But whose oil company? Whose oil company? The same Edomites and them. Same enemies.
And I can attest to that because when I was in school, I remember I thought a teacher used to make we come out with here and look well groomed. Right? The Elamite they had no come out in it. It's Jake every morning had to come out here and thing. And at time she pulled me to I was getting real vexed. I did stop come out and thing. Parents had to come in school whatever, and she pulled me to the side and she say, if you was to get an interview, and well, she say in Indian, she say, you think these Indian employers would want to hire you if you have your hair like that and if you looking like that? So I tell she, I say, but if they my how my hair is, I say I should conform to get hired from Indian. Because that is why they're not school are teaching you truth. Them want you to be slaves, you understand? So she go put it in a way where hey, we are to look well groomed slaves, you understand? We have to keep we here think of it. They don't like nigger here. So we have to keep it groomed and look nice, and you can't if you have one do rag, you have anything with the niggers, you understand? Any kind of do rag or anything. Weave cap and thing. She used to get mad because she don't want me to look like Jake, you understand? She want me to look real groomed and suit and tie and real shirt and pants, press clothes thing.
She want you to go, and buy a butler, relax and relax your hair. They look like the enemy.
That's what she wanted now, boy. And she said that if these Indian employers wouldn't want to hire you and thing because that what school is about. And to close off. With that hope the system was edifying, giving all praises, honor and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, the honors to the apostles and the elders that do rule well at Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to all the Akim pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth. So shalom to the humble and sincere sister out there as well. Brother Kalam.
Brother Quara.
Shalom.
Shalom.